Leo's amazing speed adventure. Leo is a boy. He likes to think. He likes to play. He has a cat. The cat is named Mimi. Mimi runs fast. Leo watches Mimi. Mimi runs and runs. Mimi is fast, but not super fast. Leo thinks about speed. What is speed? Speed is how fast you go. A car has speed. A bird has speed. A rocket has much speed. Leo learns about light. Light comes from the sun. Light comes from a lamp. Light is very, very fast. The fastest thing is light. Nothing is faster than light. Imagine a beam of light. It goes straight. It goes super fast. It never stops. It always goes the same speed. This is important. This is a big idea. Light always has the same speed. Always. Leo has a toy car. He pushes the toy car. The toy car goes. It has speed. He plays with Mimi. Mimi runs. Mimi has speed. But light is much, much faster. Leo thinks about a spaceship. A big spaceship. The spaceship can go very fast. Super fast. Almost as fast as light. This is a special spaceship. Leo imagines he is on this spaceship. He sits in the spaceship. He looks out the window. The stars go by. Very fast. Very, very fast. Leo has a clock. A small clock on his wrist. The clock goes tick-tock. Tick-tock. It tells the time. Mia is his friend. Mia stays on Earth. Mia also has a clock. Mia's clock goes tick-tock too. Leo's spaceship goes super fast. Mia stays still on Earth. She is not moving fast. Leo moves very fast. What happens to their clocks? This is a wonder. This is a surprise. Leo's clock goes slow. Yes, slow. Very, very slow. Compared to Mia's clock. Mia's clock goes normal. For Mia. But for Leo, Mia's clock goes fast. Imagine. Leo is on the spaceship. 1 hour passes on his clock. 1 little hour. But for Mia on Earth, 2 hours pass. Or 3 hours. Or more. It depends on how fast Leo's spaceship goes. Time can be different. Time is not always the same for everyone. If you go super fast, your time slows down. This is called time dilation. A big word, but a simple idea. Time slows down when you go fast. Leo thinks about this. He looks at his toy clock. If he could go very fast, his time would be slow. He would be younger than Mia if he came back. Mia would be older. This is strange. This is amazing. The spaceship goes very fast. Leo sees his clock. Tick-tock. It is slow. Mia sees her clock. Tick-tock. It is normal for her. This is a big idea from science. From a smart man named Einstein. He said time is not fixed. Time is not absolute. Time can change. It depends on your speed. Leo likes to think about this. He imagines Mia on Earth. She waves. He waves from his fast spaceship. Her time is fast. His time is slow. This happens only at very, very high speeds. Not when Mimi runs. Not when a car drives. Only at speeds close to the speed of light. That is super fast. Leo looks at his rocket toy. He makes it fly. He thinks about time. He thinks about speed. Time is special. Time is not always the same for everyone. Now, think about size. The length of things. Leo has a long pencil. He puts the pencil on his desk. It is long. Imagine this long pencil is on the fast spaceship. Leo is on the spaceship. He sees his pencil. It is normal length for him. But Mia is on Earth. She looks at the fast spaceship. She looks at Leo's pencil inside the spaceship. What does Mia see? She sees the pencil get shorter. Yes, shorter. The pencil on the fast spaceship looks shorter to Mia. This is another surprise. Another big idea. Things get shorter when they go very fast. Only in the direction they are moving. The spaceship itself looks shorter to Mia. It is long for Leo. But for Mia on Earth, it looks shorter. Much shorter. This is called length contraction. A big word, but a simple idea. Length shrinks when you go fast. The spaceship is flying to the right. It looks shorter in the right direction. It is still the same height. Leo thinks about this. If he goes very fast, his spaceship looks shorter. His pencil looks shorter. Even he would look shorter to Mia. But for him, everything is normal. He doesn't feel anything. This happens because of speed. Very high speed. Close to the speed of light. Leo's toy car does not get shorter. Mimi the cat does not get shorter. Only things that go super fast. Leo draws a spaceship. He draws it long. Then he draws it again. He draws it shorter. This is how Mia sees it. He laughs. It is a funny idea. But it is true. It is science. So, time can slow down. And length can shrink. All because of speed. The speed of the spaceship. The speed of Leo. Time and space are connected. They are not separate. Now, let's think about mass. Mass is how much stuff is in something. A rock has mass. A feather has little mass. Leo has mass. Mimi has mass. Einstein had another big idea. A very, very big idea. He said mass and energy are like two sides of the same coin. They are connected. He wrote a famous formula. E=mc². E means energy. M means mass. C means the speed of light. The speed of light is a very big number. What does this mean? It means a little bit of mass can have a lot of energy. A tiny, tiny rock can have a lot of energy. Why? Because the speed of light, c, is squared, c². This makes the number very, very big. Imagine a small coin. This coin has mass. If you could turn all its mass into energy, it would make a very big explosion. Like a bomb. A very, very powerful bomb. This is why the sun shines. The sun turns a little bit of its mass into energy. That energy comes to Earth as light and heat. It keeps us warm. It makes plants grow. Leo looks at a small stone. A little stone. It is on the ground. This stone has mass. It has energy hidden inside. Much energy. But it is locked up. It does not explode. This idea changed the world. It showed how powerful energy can be. How much energy is in everyday things. In a feather. In a drop of water. In everything with mass. Mass can become energy. And energy can become mass. They are partners. Leo thinks about his toy car. It has mass. It has energy. He pushes the car. It moves. That is movement energy. But it also has mass energy. Much, much more. This is a deep idea. A powerful idea. From Einstein. A small particle in space has mass. It also has energy. This energy is hidden. It is potential. It can be released. Like in power plants. They use this idea to make electricity. Leo thinks about the sun. The sun is so bright. So hot. All that light and heat comes from mass. A little bit of mass from the sun. Turning into energy. Amazing. Now, let's think about gravity. What is gravity? Gravity pulls things down. An apple falls from a tree. It falls because of gravity. The earth pulls the apple. Leo throws a ball up. The ball goes up. Then it comes down. Gravity pulls it down. The earth is big. The earth is heavy. It has much mass. Because it has much mass, it has strong gravity. Einstein had another big idea about gravity. He said space and time are not just empty. They are like a fabric. A big sheet. Imagine a big sheet. A stretched sheet. It is flat. Now, put a heavy ball on the sheet. What happens? The sheet bends. It makes a dip. A curve. Einstein said heavy things do this to space and time. The Earth is a heavy ball. It sits on the fabric of spacetime. It makes a dip. A curve. When the apple falls, it is not pulled directly. It is rolling into the dip. It is rolling along the curve in spacetime. It is like rolling a marble on the bent sheet. The marble rolls towards the heavy ball. Not because the heavy ball pulls it with a rope, but because the sheet is bent. So, gravity is not a pull. Gravity is the bending of space and time. Heavy objects bend space and time. Lighter objects then follow these bends. Leo thinks about this. He puts his heavy book on a soft blanket. The blanket dips. Then he puts a small toy car on the blanket. The toy car rolls towards the book. This is like gravity. The book is like Earth. The toy car is like the apple. The sun is very, very heavy. It bends space-time much more than Earth. The planets go around the sun. They are not pulled by a rope. They are rolling in the big dip made by the sun. They follow the curves in space. This is why light also bends. Light goes straight, but if it passes near a very heavy star, the star bends space. So the light goes along the bent space. It looks like the light is bending, but the light is still going straight. The space itself is bent. Leo looks up at the sky. He sees the moon. The moon goes around Earth. It rolls in the dip made by Earth. He sees the stars. Their light travels through space. If it passes a big, heavy galaxy, the light might bend. We see the stars in a slightly different place. This is a big change in how we think about gravity. It is not a magical pull. It is the shape of space itself. And the shape of time itself. Space and time are linked. They form spacetime, and mass bends it. Leo thinks about all these ideas. Light always goes the same speed. Time can slow down if you go very fast. Length can shrink if you go very fast. Mass and energy are connected. A little mass is a lot of energy. Gravity is the bending of space and time by heavy objects. These are all parts of Einstein's relativity. A big word for big ideas. They tell us about the universe, about space, about time, about energy, about gravity. Leo likes to imagine. He imagines being on a fast spaceship. He sees his clock ticking slow. He sees the ship looking shorter from Earth. He thinks about a tiny pebble. It has hidden energy. Much energy. He thinks about Earth. It makes a dip in spacetime. The moon rolls in it. Mimi the cat comes. Mimi jumps on Leo's lap. Mimi is not going super fast. So Mimi's time is normal. Mimi's length is normal. But Mimi has mass. So Mimi makes a tiny dip in spacetime. Too small to see, but it is there. Leo understands these ideas are for very extreme conditions. For things very fast, or things very heavy. Most days, on Earth, our clocks go the same. Our length is the same. Gravity pulls us down. We don't see the bends in spacetime. But in the universe, these ideas are very important. For stars, for galaxies, for rockets that go far. When satellites go to space, they need to use these ideas. Their clocks in space tick a little different. So engineers must adjust them. Or our GPS would not work right. Leo thinks about the sun again. The sun is a star. A very big star. It makes a huge dip in spacetime. The Earth and other planets go around the sun. They follow the curve of spacetime. It is like they are rolling in a giant bowl. Made by the sun. This is why the planets do not fly away into space. They are held by the bends in spacetime. Light also feels this. Light from faraway stars can bend around the sun. We see the star in a slightly different place. This is called gravitational lensing. It means a heavy object acts like a lens. It bends light, but it is not bending light directly. It is bending space, and light travels through this bent space. Leo is amazed. The universe is full of wonders. His simple world on Earth feels so different when he thinks about Einstein's ideas. Time is not always just tick-tock. Space is not always just flat. Mass is not just mass. It is also energy. Gravity is not just a pull. It is the shape of everything. He looks at his toy rocket. He makes it fly fast. Zoom. He thinks, my rocket is going so fast. Its time might slow a tiny bit. Its length might shrink a tiny bit. But it is a toy. So the effect is very small. Not important. But for a real rocket going to Mars, or Jupiter, or beyond, it is important. The scientists use Einstein's ideas every day. To send rockets to other planets. To understand black holes. Black holes are places where gravity is so strong. So strong that light cannot escape. This happens because the mass is so huge. It bends space-time so much. It makes a very deep hole. Even light cannot roll out of that deep hole. Leo is just a boy. But he can think about these big ideas. He can imagine. He can wonder. He can learn that the world is not always what it seems. The universe is a fantastic place. Full of mystery and science. All these ideas about speed, time, length, mass, energy, and gravity help us understand it better. It all started with Einstein's curiosity. His questions. His thinking. Leo also has curiosity. He also asks questions. He looks at his cat, Mimi. Mimi is sleeping. Mimi does not know about relativity. But Leo does. And he likes it. He likes thinking about fast rockets. He likes thinking about slow clocks. He likes thinking about shorter spaceships. He likes thinking about hidden energy. He likes thinking about bent space. He likes thinking about the universe. It is a big universe. With big ideas. And Leo is happy to learn them. He is a young scientist. In his own mind. He will keep exploring, keep learning. The world is full of wonders. And science helps us find them. Time and space are connected. Speed changes time. Speed changes space. Mass makes energy. Mass bends space. These are the lessons. These are the big ideas. Leo smiles. He is learning. The sun shines. The light travels. Light is fast. Time moves. Space is around us. Everything is connected. Everything is part of relativity. It is a wonderful truth. A simple truth. For a curious boy.